Alright guys, so before I get started with the video, before we roll it, just want to show you what I was looking at that time. So took this trade about 11:30 this morning, somewhere in there, and going to show you how it turned out and what I was thinking. First of all, fractal level here that we were looking for the market to pull to. Fractal level here, and then we had basically this support zone here. I made this into a zone. All right, this was a big fractal level, but it was a bunch of fractals in an area, so it was a zone. We had one fractal level here, and we had one here, so we made these regular just one line support and resistance areas, and then we made this into a zone because we had multiple fractal levels there. So we were looking for the market to pull back to one of those spots. We also realized this was resistance up here, which extended over. And so when the market pushed up higher, we were looking for it to pull back. So when we looked at the pullback, we had three areas that we were looking for the market to pull back into. So at one of those areas, we were looking for the trade to take place. My main area was this area here, this second one. But we didn't get to that point. We pretty much stayed here. This was looking like a pretty strong trend at that point. So let's roll the video, see what we got going on. I'll talk about it, and I'll try to move it fast forward a little bit so we don't spend too much time just watching nothing. But you can see right here, I'm marking this zone here. So I marked that zone. Definitely thought the market was going to pull back to here. So we'll push it forward a little bit. All right, so we pushed this forward a little bit. I don't believe we got in on that candle either. So what I'm looking at is, first of all, guys, when this market's pushing down, you see the increased bear volume, which lets me know that we're still strong to the downside. But then we get this candle. All right. So this candle closed. Take notice of this. This is the biggest bearish candle as far as volume. It's the biggest one of the four if you look at the four candles, but it's the most indecisive one, the smallest one, and so forth, with the smallest body. When we see that, we know that the market, that this is probably a good point where bulls are starting to come into the market. So I'm going to push this forward a little bit because I believe we get into the trade here. So we got a minute left there. 54, we don't push too far, do we? So let's see this thing close, what happens here. This is where we're going to get into the trade, pretty sure, because this volume is going to close bullish after we had the indecision. So I got into the trade. You see where I am. You see where my stop loss is, slightly below this level. So we're going to stay there. That's where we're going to look for to be taken out of the trade, because this is the fractal level that was created from this. And we're looking for this market to push higher. So this looked perfect, right? It looked really good. Matter of fact, it looked like this trade I showed you this morning that just went straight up. This one's not going to do that. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. We weren't able to get through this level for a minute. So I'm going to push this forward a little bit. All right, so this candle closed back inside this candle, which was not good. All right, didn't like that. We're down 3 something. 250 at this point. And then the market kept wicking off of this upper level, which was scary to me. All right, and I'm down 5 something now. Now I thought that was a good sign there, all right, that we closed above this level. All right, but we still didn't close above this previous high, so still wasn't the best thing. Then the next thing we get this candle. So we had the most volume right here as far as bear volume within the last couple candles. You had a lot of bear volume here, but you could see this rarely. Last one was 23 and you had indecision. Then you had a 20 with a pretty decent candle that closed in its lower half. And then we got this. So a lot of indecision in the market, period. So if we mark this would be a slightly bearish candle if we marked it over the last 3, 4, 5 candles. It'd be a slightly bearish candle because you'd have it would look something like this. Let me draw it out. This is what this candle would look like. If we took this whole box and turned it into one candle, it would have a wick right here and it would have this wick. So slightly, I guess you could say it would be slightly bullish, right? Because this is where we would have been opening. I guess we close right here if it's closing there. So that would be slightly bullish, but almost an indecisive candle pretty much. So you could see the market pushing down a little bit, down 500 and something, down 4 something now, 350. But this is our level. We know we're wrong when the market breaks this, violates this right here. So that's where the stop loss was, slightly below that point. So I kind of like this when I'm looking at it, and then the next thing you see it drops. So this, one thing about this, when you get into a little range like this, consolidation, some nice volume is building up for a good trade. And that's what's going to happen here. And then this thing is going to take off like never before. But let's push it through a little bit so I can show you guys what's going on. Down pretty good size profit, but I know what I wanted to be down. I know what I can afford and where my max was, and that's where I'm set. So I'm going to take that loss, and if I can't take that loss, I shouldn't trade that kind of a stop loss with that many contracts. All right, I got 5 contracts on this trade, as you could see. And there's my target. Now this trade's going to take off so quick I don't get a chance to even move my target higher, because I could have definitely moved it higher. So I have other tools that I'm looking at on another chart. I want to do a live session with you guys and show you what I'm looking at, because right now I'm still very confident. All right, I was just talking about fear. I saw somebody talking about fear in the chat room, and I'm not even nervous when I'm seeing this, because I know the market is rejecting this upper level, but the tools that I'm looking at on my other chart show that, and the study that I've been doing and how I've been looking at the markets throughout, the tools that I'm using, even when they show slightly against me, when the market shows against me, the tools show that I'm still have the momentum, and therefore I could trust the fractal levels. These become very big. It was very, very nervous right here because of that rejection when I saw that happening at that point. But let's push this thing forward. So I think this is where we start getting some confidence. I think it closes above one of these levels, and then we're kind of like, okay, we're set. Let's see where we are here. Okay, look where it closed. Pretty good close. All right. But now my problem is I'm nervous that there could be consolidation right here. Whoops. I'm moving the chart. Not right now in the video. So there could be consolidation right here, which would then mean if it breaks to the downside out of this consolidation, then we're done. But if it breaks to the upside out of this consolidation, then we're probably good. And that's the way I look at the market. Box it in and breaking levels and You kind of can tell what's happening with the market a little bit watching that volume. You could see this volume coming in. All right, nice candle. And then you got volume coming in with a pretty nice push off of this level. This is where we're good to go from here, I think. So I'm going to push this forward a little bit. Get this candle to close, and you can see where it's going to close. Nice close up here. Closes above this level, we're good to go. 8 seconds, and we're closing above this level. I know we're good now. Now the thing is just to see if we could get through this level. All right, so now we know we can push to this level. We could push to this level 2 right here. All right, because you have 1, 2, 3, and then shooting for 4. But the one leg was very big, so not able to really judge the 1, 2, 3 here. What I was basically judging right now was just getting through this level. I want to see if we could get through this level. So as the market pushes up, you want to get through this level and an upper level that would be here. And I'm not drawing straight, but you get the picture. You want to get through that, and then here's our target. I never even get a chance to move that target. It just takes off so quick. Now see, this was nerve-wracking too, because a lot of people were going to take their profit here. But you have to look at your other tools also. And this is why I moved my stop loss up. I was like, no, I am not going to take a loss here now. So I moved the stop loss up. And now let's see what goes down. Let's push this forward a little bit. Look how that candle closed strong. It was way down here, but it closed pretty strong. And look at the volume we're getting in here. All right. Look where my stop loss is. A lot of times you can trade this market, and the previous candle can always be your stop loss. And you know that if it takes it out, you're probably wrong. Because when this market goes, as you could see, so say we took a short here, you could have put your stop loss. I'm just going to give you for instance. Then we'll go back to what we're looking at. So we enter the trade here, and you got your stop loss, and then you move your stop loss here, then you move it here, and then you move it here. You're finally taken out right there. All right, but you were safe through this whole move down here. And that's the way you want to trade going forward up higher now. So my previous trade, I did show you that, and that's the way I traded, and that's the way I got taken out of the trade. Now on this one, I can't remember if I did the same thing. I have to... Oh, no, that's right. I told you I got stopped out right here. I wasn't able to move my profit target as I saw the market moving much higher. So I wasn't even moving my stop loss. It just took off on me, and boom, that was it. All right, but guys, I have a routine that I'm following. I have rules that I'm following. I'm always trading levels. I want to really show you on another chart all the tools that I'm using. So I'm looking at I'm really looking at 2 charts. I'm looking at the chart we're on now to take the trade, but I have 2 other charts that I'm looking at to tell me basically what's going on with the market momentum and trend. All right. So we're at 1400. And this is almost over because look, we only got a couple seconds left on the video. So this next candle just shoots right through here. Start getting good profit. Now I was marking this because I'm showing you there's another imbalance, and I believe the market would come back to this level. All right. So the market, I'm thinking, will come back to this level, cover this imbalance, and then go. There's another imbalance right here. So let's mark these imbalances real quick. It's getting ready to go. There's an imbalance here. So the market will come back into this zone right here. And there's an imbalance here. Now this market just takes off. See? Stops me out. Made my profit. I could have stayed in this thing longer, but I wasn't able to. So that's the trade, guys. Stopped me out because it pushed off so quick with this level. I would have liked to see the market give me an opportunity to watch this candle close, because if it closed like it did, I'd have been able to determine if I wanted to stay in there a little higher or longer or whatever. But it hit my target and I'm good to go. That was a $2,500 trade, $2,500 on that one trade. So good day trading today. I have a lot of good days. There are bad days, but just following these rules and doing the things that I'm doing are really making my trading even more consistent. And I like to help you guys do the same thing. So keep watching. If you want to get a Apex account and start trading that account and learning how to trade these futures market and making this profit, then please do so. Follow the link that I have suggested in this video, and then you'll be able to open up an account and watch me trade live and also trade with me. All right, guys, till next time, have a great one. God bless. So long.